My name is Jeff Warren, and I'm the founder of Dream Hunt Foundation. We started Dream Hunt back in 2013. In 2013, we took 5 kids on dream hunts. We took 4 on deer hunts and 1 on a duck hunt. Well, 2014 rolled around and it has exploded this year. We took 25 kids on dream hunts, and I got one more phone call, and it was from a guy named James Stalling in Northeast Alabama. Now, to this point, we had taken all the kids around our local area here in Shreveport, Louisiana, and about a 100-mile radius around Shreveport. That's where we took all the kids hunting. So I was trying to figure out how we could take his kid, Christian Stallings, on a dream hunt closer to where he lives. So we found a landowner over in Columbus, Mississippi area, and we made the trip over there. So me and my dad, we loaded up, headed to Columbus, Mississippi to take Christian Stallings on his dream hunt. So we loaded up the Toyota Tundra, me and my dad, we loaded up, we headed off to Columbus, Mississippi, crossed the mighty Mississippi, heading over there to the land of the Mississippians to take this kid on a dream hunt. Well, we meet James Stallings and his son Christian, who has autism, and we take them out to eat for a nice meal, put them up in a hotel for a night over there, and so we wake up the next morning to go on a dream hunt. Now, we connected with the landowner, and he said we didn't need to be there till about 7:30 or so, and I thought, you don't want us to be there at daylight? He said, no, you don't need to be there. It was really cold outside, and there was ice on the ground. In fact, he said, you need to wait till the sun comes up. He said, nothing's going to move till at least 7:30, 8 o'clock anyway, so no need you even getting on the stand till 7:30. And I said, okay, whatever. So we meet up with Christian and his dad. So it ends up being me, Christian, and our guide, Jeff Billings. We start easing toward the stand, and you would know, as we're easing up to the stand, there is a monster buck standing in the green field right by the stand as we're walking up. I mean, about 140-inch 8-point. A good buck, it was already there. Now, when I tell you it was full rut, I mean, it was on. Those bucks were chasing does all over that green field, and it was awesome. Now, every landowner's a little bit different. Sometimes you go places and you don't have the green light for everything, but some places you go and they say, man, just kill the deer. And this was that kind of place. The landowner was awesome. He said, look, you see a good buck, kill it. So we were like, done. So we finally sat there, and several good bucks had come back and forth, and we were shooting a 300 blackout, which has got good range up to about 100 yards. And so we're trying to wait for the right buck to come in at the right range. And finally, the deer came out. Got him. Christian, what do you think, bro?
That was awesome, buddy.
Hey, Jeff, how big do you think he was?
He was either 8 or 10.
Yeah. Christian, you think you got him?
Yeah, I got him.
Huh? Hey.
Look at my hands.
You shaking, dude? And he made an incredible shot. When he shot, I saw the deer do a high back leg kick, and I knew he put a good shot on it. So as the deer kind of ran off, we decided to back out, go back to the lodge, eat some lunch, kind of hang out, and he was just tapping his foot the whole time. He couldn't wait to get out there. So we go back out there. We kind of start finding the blood trail, and the deer didn't run but about 70 yards, and it was a great buck.
That is a stud. Oh!
What do you think about that?
We're getting too many cheeseburgers, haven't we?
Good night.
Okay, well, I have been a single dad since Christian was probably 3. And I had an older son that's paraplegic, Christian, that's autistic, and then Clay, who's the baby of the family. But with Christian being autistic with Asperger tendencies, social situations, loud noises, textures, feelings, taste, loud noises, and a lot of crowds, and very much the social situations, the environmental tics that we take for granted during the day, don't pay any attention to, can really set him off and make him very withdrawn or make him very angry because he doesn't know how to physically or verbally express what he's feeling at the time. So most of the time he's very withdrawn with a video game, or he's in doing schoolwork. He's very content on doing his schoolwork, and very intelligent, highly intelligent, genius level intellect. But social situations, social graces, he's very much inept or lacks. But and I've never thought of taking him hunting, because hunting has flashing lights, loud noises, and smoke. But this year he came to me and asked to hunt. So a friend let him hunt. He killed his first doe, shot a weapon for the first time, shot it at 229 yards, dropped it in his tracks. And that was November the 1st. And every day, every 5 to 10 minutes that he's with me, it's when do I get to hunt again? When do I get to hunt again? And I noticed that once he got in the blind of that doe hunt, he became a different kid. It's like he took his autism and wrapped it up in a little box and put a nice little bow on it and left it in the truck. And so I'm getting to experience another son. It's not Christian. It's a mature teen that enjoys hunting, that's very talkative, very elaborate in his description of things while he's in the blind, and very intent on watching and searching. And so we've tried our best to find places for him to hunt locally, but landowners won't let him hunt because of his disability. So that's when we found you, Mr. Warren, and so thankful to the good Lord that we found Dream Hunt. And y'all graciously brought us to Columbus, down here, and we had a hotel, shared a meal last night. We came down and midway to where we're going to meet the guide this morning and had a great breakfast with Miss Gail, and got to the lodge, and man, it's beautiful, great. It's just a fantastic, beautiful place. And I hung back with your dad and Mr. Warren and the landowner. We had some great conversations, some great stories, some good laughs, and the cook heard a boom. And so we knew that y'all had shot at something, and then about 15 to 11, we hear y'all pull up, hear the gravel rumble, and here comes Bebo traipsing up the steps and busts through, and the grins from ear to ear, and I think it would have went to the back of his head if it wasn't for his ears. And of course mine's the same way, and my heart was flying, and I'm like, well, did you get one? He said, I got one, Daddy, and he's a big one. He had horns. And so we eat, and y'all had backed out and he made a great shot. You showed me, and the leg curled. He jumped about 3 foot, so we knew it was a great shot. And after we eat, y'all went out and recovered him. He was right where y'all thought he would be. You brought him back, and here's the proof of what the young man got.
There it is.
I'll tell you what. If you're a parent and you have a disabled child, especially one with autism, to see something like this that he's harvested, it just brings more joy to my heart than I could ever express. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you, Jeff, and thank Dream Hunt and everybody, all the sponsors that made it possible, to bring this much joy and this kind of a smile to my child's heart. Brings that much more joy to mine as his dad. And I thank you.